MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto.
We've long been fans of sports cars from Lotus. Their light equals fast philosophy captures the essence of driving fun. And we were impressed by their Evora coupe when we drove it last year. But we couldn't say no to a return engagement at our favorite racetrack. Cast your eyes along the sleek lines of the 2011 Lotus Evora, and you should quickly pick up the family resemblance to its older siblings. But while the Elise and Exige flaunt the sharp-edged, angry go-kart look that we've come to expect from Lotus cars, the Evora has a more mature style. That's not to say it doesn't look extremely sporting, but it's a smoother, more aerodynamically efficient design. Less F-117 Stealth Fighter and more F-22 Raptor. But with 2 feet more overall length and 5 inches more width on the spec sheet, this tarmac dogfighter is the big boy of the squadron. And the biggest inside as well. The luxurious, well-appointed 2+2 cabin has been designed so that even the 6-foot 5-inch frame of Lotus CEO Michael Kimberly can easily slide in and out without the acrobatics required in its ultra-compact siblings. And still leaves room for the line's only available rear seat, albeit one size more for luggage than even small children. The Evora is also the Lotus heavyweight. At just over 3,000 pounds, half a ton more than its stablemates, the Evora should be the Escalade to their Miatas, but don't bet any money on that until you know the details. Starting under the rear deck with the engine. Rather than simply drop another high-revving four-banger into the lineup, Lotus opted for 2 more cylinders and sourced engine supplier Toyota's tried-and-true 3.5-liter V6. Skillful software tweaks on a lighter flywheel punch output up to 276 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. So while yes, that is a Camry engine, no Camry ever packed this much personality. Or a slick 6-speed manual gearbox, also from Toyota, that received equal attention from Lotus engineers. And together they deliver government fuel economy ratings of 18 city, 27 highway, about what you would expect from a high-performance sports car. The Evora's V6 engine propels a new version of the Lotus modular chassis. It's mated to a double wishbone suspension utilizing Bilstein gas dampers and Eibach springs, and supported by 18-inch front and 19-inch rear lightweight alloy wheels. Traction control and electronic stability control complete the package, while optional sport traction control expands the performance envelope by increasing yaw and slip thresholds. Thresholds that we could finally explore at Georgia's Roebling Road Raceway. Now able to really punch the gas pedal, the Evora conquered 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. And if you keep the revs up, rockets through the quarter mile in 13.1 seconds at 105 miles per hour. That's a few tenths behind the last Exige we tested, but with a much more refined power delivery. Clutch engagement was very smooth, though our latest test car shifter didn't feel quite as precise as in our previous Evora street test. Once into the corners, however, the Evora displays the superb handling that has almost always been synonymous with the Lotus name. There's the familiar lightning-quick turn-in, effortless side-to-side transitions, and ability to hold the driver's chosen line like it's riding the proverbial rails. The steering is very precise, feeding tons of information back from the pavement. The front end does display a bit more understeer in the sharper curves than the Exige, but we're still talking about a minute amount when compared to most sports cars. And even with an extra half-ton hurtling into the corners, the big cross-drilled front brake disc and AP Racing calipers slam the Evora down from speed lap after lap with no fade and just a touch of pedal pulse. Combine this thrilling racetrack performance with the Evora's smooth, quiet street manners, and it's clear that Evora may well be the most complete package in the history of the Lotus brand and stand toe-to-toe with high-end luxury sports cars from the likes of Porsche and BMW. But like the products of Stuttgart and Munich, this daily driver exotic doesn't come cheap. Base price for the Lotus Evora in 2+2 seater form is $74,675. Deleting the rear seat will save you $500. So after much speculation and frantically counting the days between street and racetrack, we can now confirm that the 2011 Lotus Evora is a Lotus. As purebred and track-ready as the rest of the Lotus family, but one that brings fresh new DNA to one of the world's purest sports car bloodlines.